Hello everyone, back with another video. Told you guys I'm gonna start posting again. Figure I'll give y'all a little bit of scenery as I walk, just a little bit, walk and talk. It's gonna be a short video. I'm gonna probably title it, "Are We as Black People Out of Order?" I was pondering this idea for a couple of days, and I was trying to figure out how I was gonna, do this video. And if you ask me, I think we're super out of order. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but I think we're way out of order. And it just goes back to the values that I think we need to kind of get back to. And it can be conservative light is basically what I would call it, because I don't think you have to be a total conservative to have stability. I think you have to be conservative on some points and liberal on others. And I think there's time for reform for certain things, but I think that we've gotten carried away. And I believe it started, of course, back in the 60s, 50s and 60s and stuff like that, where we started having division in our black family, and also trying to basically, for lack of a better word, coagulate with this so-called white man that we claim that we don't like or want to be around, but yet we wanted to be basically on the same level, which makes no sense, because there are no two men created equal. Even when they twins, they still got different personalities. There are no two females equal. Even when they twins, they got different personalities. So you can't get equality on a micro level. So why do you think you're gonna get it on a macro level? So we have to think about that. And also too, we were together more often back then than we are now. There's more married people, or at least more people sticking to each other as a community base and building up their family unit and structure, and also building up their neighborhoods, because we had to, stick together more when we were working ourselves together. And mine are breathing a little bit because I'm walking a little bit, so I'm trying to get a little bit of exercise in while I'm doing this video. But, and of course you can see a little fountain over there. But I just think that we need, well, not people in general, just black people, needs to really get back into, dealing with ourselves. I think if we start with ourselves first and start fixing our internal problems, some of our external problems will, cease to exist. And I kind of don't get why we don't think about that first before we think about being destructive, or, because there's a lot of shootings been going on lately. And I'm talking about all over the place, Minneapolis, Philadelphia, New York. They just had a broad daylight shooting in New York. Thank God nobody got hit, but these cats shooting in broad daylight, and there's cameras all over New York. And New York supposed to have one of the strictest gun laws. Come on, man. You gotta think about it. And these cats were like 16 and stuff. And then you got another shooting, I believe it was in Georgia, where these cats talking about doing a water fight and end up getting shot by a real live pistol, and killed a 17-year-old, I think he was a 17-year-old senior getting ready to graduate. And you already know a lot of people are about to graduate soon. There's a lot of people, in a couple of weeks or so, gonna be out of school. That's just ridiculous, man. So this cat lived for 17 years and get shot in a water balloon fight by a water gun and a water balloon fight by some dumb thugs. And nobody see the hypocrisy in that, and don't understand how detrimental that is to these kids, out here. These kids don't have no base. We already went through a pandemic, and then you expect the kids to finally have some type of fun out here, and just an innocent water fight turns into death. That's crazy. And then we got our older black people. They out here beefing. You got Kwame Brown and Stephen A. Smith going back at it, and Kwame Brown and Steven Jackson and The other guy, I can't think of his name right now. I don't know why it escapes me, but Matt Barnes. I mean, it's just crazy. You know, we all going at each other and then want to blame other races for the faults that we have. And we don't even worry about what's going on in the home front. So I don't understand how you can, you know, talk united, but yet offing each other like, you know, like we straight animals. And then you definitely got the structure falling. We can't even have kids being born today in a family unit. I know that now, since, you know, we got a lot of liberalism going on, so some people don't believe in being married on paper per se. But even if you're not going to get married through the courts, just stay with the person you procreating with. That shouldn't be that hard. I was messing around before that, you know, and then plus two, y'all fought so hard for abortion rights. Don't have nobody kid that don't want to have kids with you. That's simple. You know, I don't advocate abortion per se, because I believe, you know, you should be trying to bring forth that life, as long as it's not, you know, life threatening to the person that's bearing the child or the child itself. Or maybe rape could be a feasible situation. But, you know, to each his own. But y'all did fight for that right to do it. So, and y'all are murdering a lot of black kids. And the crazy thing about it is, if they didn't do that, a lot of we would be like the highest minority, even though I don't subscribe to that either, because I don't see nobody as, you know, I don't see anybody as equal to me as far as class goes, because I can do the same things as anybody else by gathering wealth and building up my community and my family structure to be successful, which is what I'm currently trying to do now. So I finally got, you know, somebody that's on the same page with me, and that's what we're doing. But, you know, it's just crazy that we just can't seem to get any of this stuff right. And then you wonder why other communities look at us like we crazy. We got high murder rates, but we only supposedly 13 or whatever percentage of the whole populace, but we got the most murders. And then it's, you know, it's blasphemy to talk about black on black crime, but you want to talk about the 1% or so, or less than 1% of, you know, black people getting killed by cops. And then I have to say this, because I have a personal vested interest in policing, and I won't really disclose that, but just know I got a real personal interest in policing. If you're going to call police officers racist, then what are you saying about your fellow black police officers that's out there trying to protect you? Does that make sense? So are you calling your fellow black people racist too? Really ponder that question, because you say that we don't have enough representation in certain establishments. Then your fellow brother and sister go out there and get deputized and you know, and certified as police officers, and then you talk trash about them, saying that, you know, they're acting white. But yet you live in a town with 80-something% white people on the force. So what you expect? So now you got people, you clowning your own people, and then you live in an area that you claim you don't want to live in around the white people, and you actually living with them. That don't make any sense. And then you wonder why these kids out here looking at you like you crazy. You setting bad examples. These kids don't want to see that. And then they out here, you know, ruthless. But like I said, but I'm definitely a little upset with that, because you're going to tell somebody that, you know, they're a traitor for being a police officer, yet you'll still say out the side of your neck that we don't see us in policing. So you can't have it both ways. It's either yes, you want your fellow black man, black woman to be a police officer, or you don't. So if you don't want them that way, you don't cry when you're getting arrested by, you know, the quote unquote white man you claim you hate. You can't do that. That's just talking out both sides of your neck. That's messed up. So, and the fact that you would even call your fellow black person racist simply because they're doing something that is trying to help you out by providing more representation, you know, that's messed up. That's really messed up. And then the fact that we don't even get out there with the police like they used to do back in the day, and, you know, work together to where even if it wasn't represented by your fellow black people, you would still know who your police force was, and you'll be out there, knowing these names, and these people lived in your neighborhood, my first name, and shopped at the same grocery store, that type of stuff. But y'all want to alienate the police and stuff, and then expect them to save you at the same time. That is idiocracy on his head right there. That makes no sense. That's an oxymoron. You want to defund or abolish police, but as soon as you hear that first gun sound, you don't call a social worker, or or what's funny is you want to abolish the police, but you will say, where was the police at when we was getting shot at? So I don't understand. I really don't understand. I'm just lost for words because it makes no sense. And I never thought growing up that I would be living in the upside down world, basically. I forgot the name of that movie where they said upside down, but that's what I feel like I'm in. I feel like I'm in a sunken place in that movie Get Out. And it ain't even got nothing to do with the white people. It's my fellow black people. That's ridiculous. You guys got us in an upside down place. So, and they lucky I don't run stuff because I will give you what you want. You say you don't want no police, whatever, fine. So the police officers are still in the force. I have them go help another county or another city or whatever. But and when somebody come rob your house or shoot you in the face out in the street or jump you or kill your kids or steal your possessions, don't call 911. Don't do it, because we won't be there. That's why you glad that I don't run certain things, because I wouldn't argue with you. If that's what you claim you want, you're going to get it. And you're going to be very surprised, because I'm going to give it to you. And then you're going to be begging for law enforcement. And it's going to be weird, because now the type of law enforcement you're going to get is going to be federal. And you're going to be seeing those National Guards being mobilized. And that's not the type of police force you want, because they don't do policing every day. So you talking about police officers barely doing their job, you don't get it worse when you get these trigger happy weekenders who don't get to do anything else but sit on their asses for a whole 20-something days and then do training on once a month on a weekend. You're gonna be like, damn man, where the regular police at? And you won't get it. You're gonna get Fat Mac and Fat Charlie. I hate to say it, because I was in the military too, but I hate to say it. But you're going to get one of them fat people, and you're going to be like, man, I cannot believe that this weekend soldier over here is bossing me around. Now, some of them are good, but that's what you're going to eventually get. You're going to get a de facto military force, and you're going to have curfews and head counts and all kind of stuff. And you're going to pray for the days for regular policing. But I digress. I'm gonna go ahead and get off my soapbox. But just know that those days are coming soon, and you're gonna be to blame for it, because they're only gonna keep giving you what you asked for. So you want to be lazy and fat, stay home and not work. That's what you're getting. You want inflation to happen. That's what you're getting. You don't want federal police force and the wealthy having privatized security while you walking around here naked. That's what you about to get. So don't blame nobody else but yourself. Don't do it. Don't start writing letters and calling the police and begging the chief of police and whoever else to come save your ass when it becomes federalized, because you'll be talking on deaf ears. They won't have jurisdiction if they haven't quit by that point. And you're gonna be to blame. It's gonna be all about you, because you don't want to have that baby with the man you had it with. You want to let the stepfather or quote unquote the white man tell you how to raise your kid instead of the man you lay down with. Or you don't want to help that sister that you had the baby with. You want to bounce. You know what I'm saying? You want to live free just like she want to live free. And next thing you know, auntie or uncle or grandma, somebody taking care of the kid that ain't there, so the foster care system. Or she's sitting around collecting a check, because the government will give you one, especially as a female, getting checks and food stamps and all kind of other assistance. So I want y'all to think about it, because y'all quick to holler racism when y'all killing each other more than anybody else is killing you, and y'all don't want to rectify the situation. Think about it. Look how, and I'm gonna talk about this a little later, but think about how BLM is. Look who they just gave the boot to. Try to give y'all some sob story talking about she moving on, but you'll see. You'll see. Well, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. So I want y'all to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And please get in the comment section. You know, let me know what I'm doing. Give me some feedback. Give me some other suggestions on things to cover. But these are just my thoughts. I wanted to share it with you guys. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, that's fine. You know, there's no beef or animosity. I like to hear opposition anyway. So have a good night, and I will talk to you guys with another video. Peace out.